Good morning, everyone. Jackie with Massage Therapeutics. And I'm calling today Truth Bomb Tuesday because there's some things that I realize that I do that might set yourself at ease as to how safe you were during treatments with me and what we see being needed in my industry going forward in the future. About a year and a half ago now, everybody remembers I had hired a mentor, which is how the name got changed from Holding Hands Massage to Massage Therapeutics. And at that time, I was having difficulty accepting the fact that the state of Connecticut did not have set sanitation guidelines that needed to be met by a massage therapist, as well as the fact that we were not being inspected. And I come from somewhere else in this country where I fully expected to be inspected. I want to be inspected. I want to know I'm meeting health and safety guidelines. What started me down that journey was I already treated a lot of patients with autoimmune disorders. And I'm not going to sit here and list them all. My clients know that I have been treating autoimmune disorders. So I had to make sure that my facility was safe for them to come because they have always been exposed to the littlest things and more susceptible to catching them. So I set out on a journey and I went and talked to therapists virtually in other states and said, what are other states' requirements? What are other states looking for during inspections? And I took that list and I added it to my company a year and a half ago. One of these you can see I've been doing virtual forensic healing on this table, but always, and this was quite simple, always I've had a plastic sheet on this table along with the face cradle cover. Underneath the sheets and the face cradle cover that you see has always been a plastic sheet that I sanitized between patients. Whether that's wiping things down with Lysol wipes or spraying things with Lysol, that's how I was sanitizing. And some of you have seen me do this. You have yourselves know because you've seen me do things. Anything I touch or that you could touch got cleaned afterwards. You saw me when I got done treating you leave the room and go wash my hands. How many times have each of you heard me say, take your time and get dressed while I go wash my hands and I'll see you after? You've heard me say that a million times. And it's funny, in the medical room, you've probably seen the Lysol wipes and the Lysol spray on the counter, whether you remember it or not. It's always been in the corner over by the toolbox. And in the other room, it's always been under the table. I have 2 past employees that I have not had here since October of 2018, and they will tell you, they know for a fact before October of 2018, and my daughter will tell you going all the way back to the day I started my business, there's always been Lysol wipes somewhere in the room. Whether it was a corner or under the table, and in the other room, it's under the table. It's always been under the table. Ask Jody, she worked here. So I've already, in my bathroom, I had already started having the paper disposable wipes for all of you. I had separate soap for all of you. And I had a separate towel for myself because I know my hands are clean and I was just reusing a cloth towel that I was replacing every day. You've seen me do that too. And then my tools, the tools will have to be, here's what I'm hearing from Hartford Healthcare. For those of you who know that I've applied there to go at least 1 day a week. Tools in a hospital setting cannot be cleaned to meet hospital standards. And I accept that. So I'm looking at how can I use tools on you safely and with the best sanitation possible. How can I meet or exceed those standards? So I've always washed things with hot soap and water. My towel cabbies, if y'all don't know, have UV light in them to treat bacteria. And I also have higher grade medical sanitation cleaners upstairs. What my autoimmune people are telling me is the best thing to clean with is a solution of hydrogen peroxide and water. I have already ordered that to be delivered so I can use that going forward. They claim that the hydrogen peroxide mixture sanitizes better than bleach. So I will be doing going forward. And if you want that recipe, I will be more than willing to share it with anyone who needs it. Vinegar is what her and her son both have autoimmune. So she's going to be protecting better than any of us thought to. She adds vinegar to the laundry. Those two things alone have greatly helped with their symptoms and their autoimmune diseases. As well as from Massage Warehouse, I've already ordered and they should be coming before we ever reopen. For the medical room, paper face cradle covers, paper drapes to go over the plastic on the table so you're not laying on the plastic. And then I also got some covers that I'm thinking of seeing how it could be used to cover equipment that I may use, so that you're never touching it and I'm never touching the equipment. We're touching the paper on the outside. And you'll see some of that going forward. Cupping might be something where if we're going to use plastic cups, it becomes that you purchase a set of plastic cups and that's something you bring to your appointments. The reason being is the plastic cups, until they tell me, I don't know what the sanitation standards are for plastic. And I'm trying to find training for that, people. I'm not worried about the stainless steel because that can be cleaned with the hydrogen peroxide solution. The glass cups, I do believe that I could clean with that solution as well as soak them in an industrial solution and maybe even put them in the UV lighting. It was also suggested that maybe after we clean them, even though I have them in my toolbox, and you'll see me, I wipe down the handles when I open the drawer and stuff after you leave, maybe putting them in plastic bags before I put them back in the toolbox. So it's like anywhere, when it's sanitized, it goes in plastic so we know it's sanitized. What else? I mean, I always wipe down my lotion bottles. That's why it's in a pump. Or if I've had to take something out of a container, you've always seen me. I have a little scooper that I use and I don't put my hands down in any of the jars. I always wear a clean uniform. I always provide clean sheets between clients. Towels are always new and clean between clients. You've seen me, even the pillow's not on the bed right now because I put it in the closet, but I can pull it out if you want to see it. The pillows also have a plastic cover that's zipped over my pillows. And then there's a pillowcase over top of them. So if I have to pull them out to put them between your knees for my prenatals or somebody doing sideline, or the pillows I use for prenatal that you hold to your chest, they were already in pillowcases and I changed the pillowcases every single time. Anything that touched you or that I touched was sanitized or washed, and also the washing, it was already being washed in the hottest temperatures possible because I'm a germaphobe. Hottest temperatures possible, and I was using, I forget the name of it, but it's a Pyrex? No, I don't know what the name of it is. But trust me, it's industrial grade because I bought it. And I can go get it if anybody wants to see it. Call me out. I'll show you whatever I need to show you. So what is all this for? I am hoping to get legislation passed. I just paid for my massage license that was due in May for the next 2 years. Anybody who has a professional license knows every license has subcategories. For example, electricians, there's like 10 or more different subcategories under electrician. I see going forward in the future there being more health standards. I see inspections being needed and that we should be inspected to make sure we're meeting guidelines. And I see subcategories being added to licensure. Like we all meet the standards required for our license of massage therapy, but have different standards for, what's a good one? Reflexology, Reiki, medical massage. We could go on and on and on with this list. But my point is, I needed to be distinguished as a medical massage therapist. Maybe that does mean that I've done additional training in treating medical diagnosis, which I've done 100 hours of. I have the proof. That I've taken an online course in meeting hospital sanitation standards. and that I've been inspected to make sure that I'm meeting hospital sanitation standards. I have no problem being inspected. I just need to know what the requirements are. So I am fighting, trying to get the legislation passed to make this industry more professional. Because unfortunately, oh, and in the future, I see face masks being required by at least me. Because there's no way for me to do what I do and not be within 3 feet of you. There's just no way. And my protection is I wash my hands in the oil, or maybe we find a lotion that becomes a barrier between me and you that still allows me to do touch. I don't know, I'm sorry, but gloves are not going to feel good. I'm trying to figure out ways. But hand washing is the biggest one, and we know that. And I won't touch my face if I have a mask on. I want to see this industry continue. And I love my job. I love my job. The other reason I'm trying to make it safe is there are healthcare professionals, firefighters, EMTs, police officers, military is an active duty spouse, and a mom of twins in the military. When this crap really hits the fan, the National Guard is going to have to come and serve the public. So no way around it. I'm probably going to be exposed. And I know that because my husband's going to have to go in and out of his house. And by the way, I've been quarantined since last week. And I'm trying to stay busy. So I hope that I've reassured you that your health and safety has always been my priority. I hope that you support me in the fact that I am trying to be a leader in this industry and setting higher standards, and I've been trying to do that for years. I plan on submitting a letter later to the massage board, and I'm trying to find out, are there continuing eds? Does the hospital have continuing eds for sanitation standards? Because at some point, businesses have to be opening again, and every day we should be acting like we could transmit something to somebody with an autoimmune disorder. That should be the way that business is operated every day, and we should be meeting health standards to ensure their safety and the safety of the elderly as well. So I'm sorry, this went longer than I planned, but I love, in case nobody's told you today, I love all of you. I am here for you, and I hope to be here for you in the future. Have a lovely day.